Shalom, shalom. I'm your brother Marakal. But first and foremost, I want to give all praises and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, Rakak Kodash. The honors to all the apostles and elders of Great Millstone and the Akim out there that are pushing this truth with nothing but sincerity in the name of Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai. So with that, I wanted to, speak today about that, us men, real men, prophets, we get tired though, man. We get tired though. And we be waiting patiently though, because that's all we could do. Wait patiently though, because even the prophets and the the brethren from back then, they wanted Yahweh's kingdom to come. And the thing about it though is that we might sound like complainers, which we are complaining, but we're complaining because this devil is in rulership though. So therefore, our complaints is righteously, if it makes sense though, our complaints are righteously because we know that this devil is not running this world right, man. He's not running this earth right, and they're supposed and it needs new management. That's why I said new heaven, new earth. It just goes into refresh though, gonna refresh though. That's all it means though. So the thing about it though is to be in the to be in that spirit of just wanting to get the hell out of here. It's the right spirit though, because in the book of Revelation, Revelation 1 and 5, I believe, or 1. Is it 1:5 or 1:10? No, I think it's 1:10. Talks about I just get Revelation 1 and 3. It says, "Blessed is he that readeth, and they that hear the words of this prophecy, and keep those things which are written within, for the time is at hand." See? So blessed is he that readeth though, and hear the words of this prophecy, and keep those things which are written within. So that's what we do. We're bringing out the prophecy though. That's all we're doing though, bringing out prophecy. And as righteous men though, we want this queendom to go down though, and we're tired of this place, man. We're tired though. We're fucking vexed right here, man. You see what I'm saying though? And the thing about it though is a lot of our people, man, are comfortable here, man. But if they're that comfortable, hey, let them be like that frog in the pot, in the water though, just let them cook though, let them cook though. And before they realize this shit, they're being cooked though. They're gonna get cooked by the ICBM missiles, man. You see what I'm saying though? So it is righteously to want Yahweh's kingdom to come already though, man. Because man, every day wake up though, it's just like, man, like why am I still here, So this is the book of Acts 1 and 6. It says, "When they therefore were come together, they asked of him, saying, Lord, wilt thou at this time restore again the kingdom to Israel?" This is like the time, of the disciples. And he said unto them, "It is not for you to know the times or the seasons which the Father hath put in his own power," because we don't know. But we're looking at the signs and prophecies. It's closed though, right now. And it says, see, because even them though, they were like, when 6, I read it again. It says, "When they therefore come together, they asked of him, saying, Lord, wilt thou at this time restore again the kingdom to Israel?" So they're like, man, like, the time, there's like the Romans were, which is literally Esau, were ruling over, man. So they're like, man, like, is your time gonna come already though, man? Because these devils, man, they're fucking something else, man. And 7, it says, "And he said unto them, It is not for you to know the times or the seasons which the Father hath put in his own power. But ye shall receive power after that Holy Ghost is come upon you." That receive that power, goes into actual power, man. You know, we're really gonna get powers, man. We're able to do miracles. We're able to shit, even fly though. You don't know, you know. And that's the thing though. But ye shall receive power after the Holy Ghost come upon you. You know, if you're the electo, the 144,000, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna be able to do extraordinary things though, man. And it says, and ye shall be witnesses unto me both in Jerusalem and in all Judea and in Samaria and to the uttermost part of the earth, which is here in America, you know. So goes into you know, the reincarnation also though, because it says, "You shall be witnesses unto me both in Jerusalem and in Judea and Samaria, and unto the uttermost part of the earth." Though, see, so some of the disciples, man, they were, you know, they're back right now though, you know, because it says, "And unto the uttermost part of the earth," so which we know what that's talking about here in America, man, you know. Because uttermost, what does that mean, uttermost? Let's go into utter. It says, what does it say? The uttermost parts, greatest, maximum. Well, you know what? You could look into the blue. Let's look into the. Uttermost. To have in the hand. To be closely. It says last rank. It says of space, the uttermost part, the end of the earth. See, look at B. See the end of the earth. The space, the uttermost part, the end of the earth. Because over here was considered the end of the earth, man. You know what they call them? The new world, you know? See? So that's that, man. So Ezekiel 9:4 says, "And the Most High said unto him," talking about the angel, "Go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the man that sigh, that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof." Yeah, and that's what we're doing right now, literally. You know how America has that's philosophy towards the people and shit like that, man. We're sighing and crying, saying, no, being a Fruit Loop is wrong. You know what I'm saying though? Giving the woman the authority over men is wrong. You know what I'm saying though? All this stuff, man, we're sighing and crying though. You know what I'm saying though? Like the taxes, you know, the usury, man. The the pork though and the food, man. All that shit that's going on right now though, man, we're sighing and crying though. That's literally happening right now. So, you know, what it says there in the midst of Jerusalem, because before Jerusalem, it's a people though, man. You know what I'm saying though? So that's the thing though. So that mark it's an exemption of the wrath of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Because, you know, it's instead of mark though, it's an exemption. Yeah. You know, it's because it's a different mark though from the mark of the beast though, man. You see what I'm saying though? So this mark though, it's not like they're marking you and you're a target though, man. No, they're like these men though, the 144,000 are being marked though for exemption of the judgment to come though, man. You see what I'm saying though? Because if you ain't out there prophesying or doing all that stuff, man, guess what, man? You're comfortable here in this queendom though, you know? And the thing about it though is that a lot of our people are though, man, you know? And you know, it's like, you know, as prophets though, we see the end game of this place, man. You know, I made a video not too long ago saying, just because, you know, you see the finish line doesn't mean to just don't give a fuck. I'm not saying that, man. You know, I'm still gotta live the day by day type shit over here, man. But, you know, catching hell, it is what it is though, you know, but I'm trying though, you know, I'm pushing forward though. But I'm in that spirit too. Like, but when Yahweh Shema Shai, but when, I know it's close though, man. But man, like, let this shit hit the fan already though, man. Because like, damn, man, like I can't stand it here. Like I can't stand this cesspool of a fucking place though, man. Like, just can't. I just can't wake up, man. Like, just not able to bear it throughout the day, man. Like, fuck, man, another fucking day here, And that's the spirit that, the prophets from back then were in too, man, So, and so that's the thing about it though. So when we sigh and cry is when we go out there to, camp though, or when we go make videos like this though, we're sighing and crying though, because I just said the unbound nations of this place of America that has our people, man. Our people are in a low state of, are in a low state right now, man. They're a bunch of gangbangs, druggies, no good, jailbait, man, jailbirds, they no good, man. Like, man, that's what it tells you in Jeremiah, the our people, that the deeds that are past the deeds of the wicked, man, And in reality, they do, man. They, Jake do the most though when it comes to wicked, man. They top Esau, man. So that's just the thing about it, man. So when we out there, we sighing and crying though, man. So 2 Peter 2:7 it says, and deliver just Lot, vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked. For it says, for that righteous man dwelling among them, and seeing and hearing, vex his righteous spirit soul from day to day with unlawful deeds. And that's how we're feeling right now, man. That's how I'm feeling though, man. Because I'll read it again. 8. For that righteous man dwelling among them, and seeing and hearing, because we see this shit, man. We hear this shit. It said, vex his righteous soul from day to day with their unlawful deeds, man. And that's just happening right here now, man. We're being vexed right now from the shit that we see, from the shit that we hear, man. I just seen fucking the Mayweather giving props to Israel because he's been there 4 or 5 times though, man. And he sees this, and he sees their so-called righteousness though, man. The motherfucker, they got you. Like Apostle Tahar said, they don't got him though. They done got him. And seeing that shit and hearing that shit, man, that shit vexes me. Like, you motherfucking, you're a 2/3 ass nigga. Man, fuck you and your bout and what you accomplished. Me personally, I don't think he's the fucking greatest boxer alive though. He just ducks though, man. And I know we get back to the whole thing. He ducks though. But the thing is though, he just played it smart though, man. But, how come you don't just duke it out though, man? But to me, just a dodging and not fighting, knocking niggas out though and shit. To me, I'm old school, man. I like to see a motherfucker getting knocked down his back though, man. Not running around and shit. But anyways, to me, he's not the greatest boxer in the world, man. Fuck out of here, man. So to me, it was easy for me to be like, man, fuck that nigga, But anyways, just by hearing that and seeing that, it just vexed me. Like, man, nigga, they gon' got you, man. Like, why you even saying that? Like, nigga, don't you know you're the real Israelite? Like, goddamn, man. So Jeremiah 11:10, it says, they are turned back to the iniquities of their forefathers, which refused to hear my words. And they went after other gods to serve them. The house of Israel and the house of Judah have broken my covenant, which I made with their fathers. Yeah. Therefore, thus say the Most High, behold, I will bring evil upon them, which is going to happen, which they shall not be able to escape. And though they shall cry unto me, I will not hearken unto them. Yeah, because our people now, what happens when the iniquity and the indignation of the Most High happens to them? They cry to who? Jesus Christ, to just God. And he ain't going to hear them, though, because that's the thing, though, man. He has a name. God is just the title. Jesus Christ means Jesus means earth pig. So you're crying to those names. He ain't going to hear you, though, man. It says 12, it says, then shall the cities of Judah and the inhabitants of Jerusalem go and cry unto the gods unto whom they offer incense, but they shall not save them at the time of their trouble. You see? And that's the thing about it, though, man. So all these Virgin Mary and the Jesus Christ, though, people are going to be start cry to, though. Guess what? They're still going to get fucking judged, though, man, because that ain't even the heaven and the Son's, the Heavenly Father and Son's name, man. It's Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushai. Those are the true names though, you know? So the Most High ain't gonna be hearing, you know, when they're in their calamity, all this stuff they're gonna go down, man. You know? So Micah 7:2 it says, the good man is perished out of the earth, and there is none upright among men. They all lie in wait for blood, and they hunt every man his brother with a net, you know? And 3 it says, that they may do evil with both hands earnestly, the prince asked, and the judge asked for a reward, and the great man, he uttered his mischief desire, so they wrap it up. See, the best of them is a bright bringer. You know, and 4 it says, the best of them is a briar, the most upright is sharper than a thorn hedge. See? The ones that have the wisdom. The day of thy watchman and thy visitation cometh, now shall be their perplexity. See? That's the thing, man. People are easy to listen to the unrighteous than the actual righteous, man. And that's just the way it is, though. You know? Because Proverbs 1 and 20 it says, wisdom crieth without, she uttered her voice in the streets. And that's us when we go out there to camp, man. You know, the wisdom is us having the wisdom, and when we're out there prophesying the word, though, you know. And 21 it says, she crieth in the chief place of concourse, you know, in the opening of the gates in the city, she uttered her words, saying, you know, that concourse, you know, like the city, you know, like a place of market, you know, with, you know, like people of movement, you know, like traffic and things like that. That's the place of concourse, you know, where it's like a lot of like business going on, in other words, you know. And it says 22, it says, how long, you simple ones, will ye love simplicity? And the scorners delight in their scorning, and the fools hate knowledge. See? And it says, turn you at my reproof. Behold, I will pour out my spirit unto you, and I will make known my words unto you. See? And that's the thing, man. Our people are hard-headed, though, man. Our people are like, they say their foreheads are like flint, like you know, rocks or stone. You know, they're hard-headed, though. You know? So they hate knowledge, man. They hate that, the actual truth, man. You know what I'm saying, though? So when we're out there prophesying, though, I mean, we don't expect to get a whole crowd, though, you know? But as long as I've been prophesying with the Akim, you know what I mean? We came across a couple people, you know, but, you know, we thought we caught one, though, in the net, which is the net that represents the word. But he was a bad fish, though, man. So we thought we had a good fish, but this is already like, man, when I barely came into the truth, though, you know? But I barely started camping, though. You know, this is going on like 2-3 years already. But ever since after that, they really haven't been really, you know. But it is what it is, though, man. That's why, you know, the wisdom crieth without, she utters her voice in the streets, because we're out there knowing the fact that we got the knowledge, though. But people ain't gonna listen, though, man. But that's okay, you know. At least we're out there for, you know, for our salvation, though, you know, each and one of us, though, man. And that's the thing that matters, though. But we will go out there, we're just wiping that blood off our hands, though, and eventually, you know, we're gonna have no blood on our hands, and guess what's gonna happen after that? The destruction, because, you know, we already wiped all the blood off our hands, though, man. We've been telling you all these things that have been going on and shit, though, man. That Esau's your fucking enemy. You know, this place is gonna go down. You know what I'm saying, though? Not to be eating pork and all this other stuff, but you take it as nothing. This is what it is. So this will be the last one. Habakkuk 1 and 2, it says, O Lord, how long shall I cry, and thou wilt not hear? Even cry out unto thee of violence, and thou wilt not save. 3, it says, why dost thou show me iniquity, and cause me to behold grievousness? For spoiling and the violence are before me, and there they raise up strife and contention. Therefore the law is slack, and the judgment doth never go forth. For the wicked doth compass about the righteous, therefore wrong judgment proceedeth. See, and that's how it is right now, man. But at least we know that these devils are gonna go down, man. You know, these devils, they're gonna go down, man. And that's all that matters, though, at the end of the day, man. He's caused me to behold grievance, and that's what we feel, man. Every time we wake up, man, we feel grievance, man. It's like fuck, man. Like this motherfucking place is still running. This devil's still in control of this queendom, you know. But it's gonna come a time pass. Well, it says right here. Habakkuk 2:3 it says, "For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it." You know, that's what we got to do, because it shall surely come. It will not tarry though. So you see, so all these things, America being part of a prophecy that's going down, it's coming to pass though, man. But like I says, though it tarry, wait for it, man. And that's what we've been doing, man. So, you know, gotta take it day by day, but you know, first and foremost, pray and have faith though, man. So with that, you know, hopefully this video was edifying. Shalom.